A group of 12 volunteers agreed to spend 60 days lying down without a break doing things like this in Germany. Organisations like NASA, the European Space Agency and Northumbria University are involved. The experiments carried out by scientists from Northumbria University tried to find out what happens to our muscles in zero gravity.
We see in bedrest studies the similar physiological deconditioning that you see in astronauts, such as the loss of bone mass, the loss of muscle mass, and we are using a bedrest study to look at the spinal muscles and that deconditioning.
The scientists based in Newcastle have been developing this functional, readaptive exercise device. They call it FRED. The volunteers in Germany used it once they'd finished their 60 days in bed. It might look like something you find at the gym, but apparently it's especially designed to sort your muscles out if you're in space or bed for a long period of time.
Slow down, about half that speed. You want to be walking like a snail on crutches, that slow.
Like a snail on crutches?
A snail on crutches.
So how does this help?
It makes the muscles that are very difficult to turn on, it makes them work. Our brains know that the muscles are supposed to turn on before we move our legs, and by challenging them, by making them work harder than they normally would, we force them to become active.
We hope maybe one day will be a tool that could be used by the physiotherapists and exercise specialists working with astronauts. But of course we know that the spinal deconditioning that we see in astronauts is similar to what we see in people with, for example, low back pain on Earth. So maybe one day this might be a device that's useful in terrestrial healthcare.
Last year, the Northeast scientists here carried out experiments in the skies above France. The flights created a near zero gravity environment. They're making progress when it comes to keeping people's backs fit and healthy in space.
Whether we actually get to Mars in the next decade, probably not. It might be a few decades down the line, but certainly I'm hoping that we do put people on the moon and then onto Mars within my lifetime.
Jonathan Swingler, BBC Look North.